had to how can I say, arrumar-se in the chair.
Got it. So, now that we are live, I'm Via. I am 22 years old. I am a tattoo artist, chemistry student. I study at UERJ here in Rio de Janeiro, where I live. I am carioca, and what else? And I own a beauty studio. That's pretty much it. And I've been here on TNT since 2020, hosting meetings. I'm not an English teacher, but I'm here to help you somehow and to learn with you, of course. Let me see, please, Carlos, are you ready? It's okay, like you're okay in the chair. Can you introduce yourself? Carlos, can you listen? I'm not sure. So, Fernando, please.
Yeah. Well, I live in Brasilia. I love music, movies, series, art in general. Let me see. I'm not very creative today. I work as an administrative assistant, but I've been working from home, which is great because I am able to manage my time to do other things that I like studying English. I really like studying English. I've been here on TNT since December, and I will become a host here soon. And that's great. I'm very excited about it. So that's it.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing it. What about you, Isaac?
Well, Isaac, can you hear me? Okay. I'm Isaac. I'm a student of that. I'm pedagogy student. I'm working at school. Half of time. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Tumbiara, Goiás, state of Goiás. I believe that is all. That is.
Nice to meet you. Let me see, Juliana. Could you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Juliana, but my friends call me Julie. I'm living in Belo Horizonte. I'm born here, and I like to go to the park near my house. And I'm a lawyer and specifically data protection. And I'm a journalist too. And I like to learn English and the German language too.
That's nice. German seems to be really hard, but I think some things about German looks like English. I don't know. I just was watching Dark, the series, and then I heard some words that seems to be in English. It was strange. So what about you, Raider? Could you introduce yourself?
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. If the first time with you, Bia. I've been studying English, I think, 3 or 4 years, but I think that my English don't improve a lot. For this reason, I started to study here on TNT because I need to talk more. I graduated in production engineer. I work at a professional company, and in my area it's necessary to talk in English. I'm not to talk a lot, but I needed to be prepared when happens some opportunity in the future. I live in Araraquara, São Paulo. I was living in Guarulhos. I moved to here recently because I received a job opportunity, and I am here to train my English. Is a good time when I stay at TNT. That's it.
Nice to meet you. And yeah, when we are studying another language, in my opinion, we cannot run away from talking. It's just something that we have to do to improve. What about you, Carlos?
Yeah, my name is Carlos. I was answer some messages because I'm in work time, but I'm a software engineer. I live in Ponta Grossa, Paraná. But what I can say more about me, I'm married. I had 2 daughters. I work remotely to a company located in Florianópolis, Santa Catarina. And I'm here in TALKNTALK because I want to improve my English too. My profession needs a lot to know English, and for me specifically, it's more important to learn how to talk than I know how to read. I know how to listen, but sometimes it's hard to talk, and TALKNTALK's great because I can practice this. So that's it.
Welcome aboard. So guys, let's start. Today's topic is time. Well, the title of the topic is the clock. But I want to talk with you everything about time. So can you guys see the questions in the chat? Yes. All right, so let's start. I will start with a different question, actually. Yeah, I just thought about a question. Some of you maybe will not are not used to that, but here in my meeting, sometimes I just ignore the questions in the chat because I am here thinking, and while you're saying things, I am thinking and I have questions, and then the question just pop up in my head. So let me think. Isaac, how important is your time to you?
Well, I believe it's most important for me because the time is all I have. But it's hard to have time to do the things in my life, to learn English, study English, because it's so hard to me because I have other things to do in the day. But it's the most important to me.
Got it. Guys, if you want to comment something that the other person said, you can just say, being respectful, but you can just go on, okay? Juliana, how important is your time to you?
My time is important to me for all things I need to do for my career, for my routine, and I use my time with care. I care my time too much, and because I need to do many things important to me and important to other people too.
What about you, Fernando?
I love this topic. First of all, I really do. I have a tattoo of an hourglass. I think that's the name, like the old sand clocks. Because I'm very into this time thing and about that, that every choice you make can take your life for a different path. So I'm very
like the butterfly effect.
Exactly. Actually, I love this kind of movie too, of time travel and those things. I'm very into that. So time is very, very important for me, and for everybody actually. Is the most valuable thing that we have, I guess. And lately, I've been treating my time as my worst enemy because I've been trying to do a lot of things and I don't have time enough for it. So yeah, it's very important for everyone, I guess.
I also love these kinds of movies, like the TV series that I most like is Doctor Who, that talks a lot about time and space, and I really like this subject of time in general, time travel, this stuff. Let me see, Raider, what about you?
So time is now. Time is so important to us. Use the time to do the things that we need. Some, for example, study, enjoy with your family, enjoy with your friends. You need to analyze how you spend your time. I think the time is the main thing in our life, because the time passes so fast, and to me is so important. I think that I'm not used so good. I'm a person that spend a lot of time with some things similar sleep. I would like to sleep a little, but I sleep a lot. I have this problem, and sleep a lot, we lost time. In my opinion, time is so important, and we need to manage this. That's it.
What about you, Carlos? How important is time to you?
Yeah, I agree with you guys, because when you are getting more older, you start to realize your life, it's something sometimes we went, when we are younger, we don't care, at least for me, we don't care so much about the time. We want to get older faster. And when we get older, then we want to everything going slow, And for me, I think this time is finite resource we had, so we had to spend our time very well and with wisdom, sabedoria, because if we spend our time, the time didn't go back. I like movies about time travel too. I remember when I was a kid, I go to the movies and watch, I don't know exactly the name, I think it's The Time Machine, A Máquina do Tempo. And the guy on the movie was accelerating to the past or to the future and watching everything changing in his front. And sometimes when I'm travel, I'm going see the scene, paisagem, and I start to think how this was 100 years ago, 500 years ago, or that city hall can be in 1,000 years on the future, So it's a subject that I like. That's it.
Awesome. And for me, time is really important. Sometimes I get mad of me because I like to sleep, just like Fraser said, but I like to sleep. So sometimes I get mad with myself because when I'm sleeping, I am kind of wasting my time because I shouldn't do something better, but I'm sleeping. I'm just I turn myself off and then life happens. But it's something that I really like, sleep, but I actually evaluate my time. So now we can actually start the questions. Let me see, Juliana, would you consider volunteer your time, for example, can be as a volunteer job, for example, or I don't know, you can, for example, you cannot help a cause with money, but you can help with your time or with your muscles or with your wisdom, knowledge. So would you volunteer your time?
Yes, I'm a volunteer. I'm a volunteer on the projects in my city called Rua do Respeito. And I help people in living situation of homeless people in Belo Horizonte. And I help my friends and people ask me for advice. And yes, I'm a volunteer.
That's awesome. What about you, Raider? Would you volunteer your time?
It's a problem. I never participate. Nothing. I would like to participate. I think we need to do something that helping someone. If I could to participate, I would like to participate in a cause with dogs because I love pets. But unfortunately, I not participate. But I would like in the future. That's it.
Isaac.
No, not yet. I want to work with Philip in the future. Sometimes I have to work with other things. There's so many to think about my life too. And I have time. No, I don't have time to do that yet. But it's a wish for me. Maybe in the future.
Carlos, what about you? Would you consider volunteer time?
I don't know if it's considered volunteer time, but every week for the last 8 years, on the Saturday, I go to make some meetings with teenagers of my church, So how can I say? We help the teenagers to find the way during this hard time, this hard part of the life, in these 8 years, I saw a lot of teenagers who became to the church without thinking about their futures. And when they get more older, they start to realize how important is be a good person, evolve themselves, study, and get a work. And today I'm not working with them anymore, but it was a good time for me. I don't know if it's considered volunteer time, but it was something that I usually liked. I don't know how to say exactly, but it was something que eu gostava de fazer nos sábados. That's it.
It's awesome. Of course, it counts. Of course. If you are spending your time doing something for others, you're volunteering your time. That's awesome. What about you, Fernando?
That's incredible.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's something that I always had this will of doing, but I've never did. And I think the reason for that is actually because of my bad management of time, of my time. And I keep postponing. Oh no, I will just finish this project. I will just finish that, and then I will do something. And other things appear and and never happens. So it's kind of frustrating. I would like to do that, but I've never did.
That's awesome. So that's awesome that you guys wanted to do something like that. I did it a couple of times. Not like officially, I think, not that I remember, but I do it like part of my religion. We help people like spiritually. And you know, when I was a teenager, I did a project about empathy, and then I did something that was my idea. We just we bought some flowers, and we just give it to people, sad people around the streets, and it was just that, but it was like awesome to see how beautiful this simple thing was to that person, you know, like it made the day of many people that we could that day. And I did a lot of free classes. I am a chemistry student, so I teach chemistry. So I did like a lot of free classes to students that wanted to apply to NA or something, to apply to any kind of university and things like that. Let me see. Carlos, how do you spend your time in general?
That's a good question, because we think about our life, you know. You can answer in a superficial way, or you can go deep. So
it's up to you. You can answer whatever
yeah.
you wanna say.
All right, but usually I deal with my time doing my tasks in my work. But since I work remotely, I can handle my times, so I could adjust if I need to stay with my daughter, or if I had to go to the bank. So usually is this managing my time in the work and with my family. And I think it's that when I had free time, I like to go make some outside activities with my daughters, with my wife, go to the park, or even running in the lake or something like this. But usually I like to spend my time with my family.
And you, Juliana?
I spent my time study law, study English, and watch series and movies, and spend my time giving advice for people, and organization my things, organization my house, and I use my time to do exercise.
That's great. I wish I could be like that, but I'm not. What about you, Raider? How do you spend your time?
So I've been living alone in almost 3 or 4 years. I always lived with my parents and in year of my girlfriend, and now I am here. I think 300 kilometers of this is what it is. And I spend my time in out talk with my girlfriend, with my parents. I was in a call with my mother. I work on site, and I spend a lot of. I don't know if work is I spend the time, but I use a big part of my time in work. Other time I spend it trying to study and study. I have to study, just try to study and study effectively. But I think this talk with my parents, my girlfriend, try to study and study. I think this.
Fair enough. Isaac.
Well, I have to do the activities of my college, and I have to work in the afternoon. Else, the rest of the time, I try to learn English. I try to practice my English, try to read a book, try to listen. I believe that the time that I have to do the activities. That is.
Fernando.
I'm jealous of you guys because I don't have this management of time. I've been working a lot. I'm so tired lately, and trying to study basically, and study sometimes as Raider said, and I've been trying to have the bare minimum of social life, but I'm not succeeding well in this part. So yeah.
Nowadays, my social life is here every Tuesday. I'm here 1 p.m. Then that's my social life at the moment. Study English. So I'm not that person to manage my time as well. I do try. I downloaded an app, Notion. It's like 2 years ago I did it, and I am trying to use it until today, but every time that I use it, past 1 or 2 weeks, and then
Notion,
I forget.
Notion is awesome.
It is.
When I start to learn, I get in love.
Definitely, Notion is like the best app to organize things, in my opinion, and it helped me a lot with things from work. But to manage my time, actually, I'm not sure, because not because of the app. The problem is me.
I
It's
know.
not you, it's me.
I know the feeling. This year I start to make, oh man, my camera don't help me. But this year I start to, man,
It's okay.
I can't show it, all right. But I bought a notebook to schedule my week, but until now I already made on 2 weeks. So I go to Notion and try to use Notion to manage my week. And this isn't working too, so I'm looking for how can I say, a framework or some tool can help me to manage my week. So to deal with what I had to do in my work, what I have to do with my family, what I have to do with my colleagues, other compromise that I have, and this is the most hard part. I usually use Google Calendar, but it's hard to maintain everything in there. If you had to go to your cell phone and make a new schedule, sometimes it's a little bit difficult for me. So I'm looking for, and if you know, guys, something to deal with our time and manage our tasks, please share with me, because I'm getting a little bit stressed with this,
You know what? I tried pretty much everything, being honest, because about the notebook, I tried it like last year. In the beginning, I bought a notebook, and then I don't even know where is it now. I use it for 1 week or two, and I don't know. Oh, I can see it. Got it. Yeah, I used it, but it didn't work with me, because not because of the notebook, it's because of me. I'm not.
It was beautiful on the first 2 weeks, but from the third to front don't work anymore. So
Every time it
that's
happens
it.
to me too. Every time it happens. Something that really works when I do is like open the Notion every day, because I put something in my computer that when it turns on, the Notion opens without any click. So it helps, because sometimes I forgot that Notion exists. So when it pop up in front of me, it helps a lot. And every day I open my notebook, my computer, laptop, and I just write everything that I have to do in the day, and then I just trying to do everything, and it actually helps, because without these two, I just get confused to what I have to do, and then I wait until the next day, and it's a mess.
Yeah, I do a little bit of each to Google Agenda, and I do like the weekly schedule there, but daily I use post-its here. I just something comes in my mind and I write down and put here, and it's working more or less.
Yeah, I tried post-its too.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I tried everything,
but I think that
continue.
I think that we need to change sometimes our methods, because the same thing, our brain just gets used to it and doesn't obey anymore.
Things that my brain gets bored of seeing post-its, of seeing Notion, of seeing a notebook. But post-its doesn't work with me anymore, because I'm not working from home anymore. So I have to have something that I can see in my cell phone, that I can see anywhere I go. So Notion is what I'm trying now, and what I tried for 2 years. But I'll get there. So guys, let me see. I like this one. Number 8. If time travel were possible, which period of the world history would you like to return to? Or if you want to go to the future, okay. Let me see, Juliana.
I never think this question, but remember me the series Dark. I think maybe I will be to the future because for long years I'm constructing good things, and I need to leave the things I construct.
That's awesome. I would be kind of curious to see the future as well. What about you, Raider?
Similar, Juliana said, I never thought about this thing. But interesting, imagining a period. I think in my case, I would like to Industrial Revolution, because I observed the Industry 4.0 now, a lot of technology, but we have a research to help. And in that period is the beginning of the technology. And in my opinion, I think I would like to participate in the start of the industry that I love to work now.
That's nice. Isaac.
Well, I would like back to the 80s side, 80s decade, because the music, I believe it's just because the music and the style of the clothes, the hair, the style of the hair, I believe just for this, because I believe that the 80s decade is not so good in other things. I didn't understand what I said, but I would like.
80s are really fashion, right?
Yeah, love.
Fernando.
I still don't know the answer because there are so many possibilities. I would like to see so many things. Maybe I would go further, like in the beginning of the things, beginning of in the time of the dinosaurs. I don't know, the beginning of everything, or before the Portuguese people come here to Brazil to see the things the way that they were. I would like to see the beginning of the things, maybe. Or maybe if I just could go to one place, I would be more selfish and I would go for a moment in my life, an important moment in my life to see from another perspective. It would be nice too.
Fair enough. Carlos.
If I could time travel, I don't know exactly for what time or period of the world history I would like to go, but I don't have a time or a people in the past or in the future I want to know, but it's more related to places. You know, if I'm here and I could fast forward, or I don't know how to say this, go fast to the past, you know, stay in this place and see the changes to the past or to the future. It's more interesting to me, you know. But I agree with Fernando. If I only had one shot, you know, made to visit some a part of my life who makes me happy, or even something like this. But I don't want to travel to the past or to the future to live, you know. There are some people who say this: if I could, I would like to live at I don't know, 1870s. I don't have this desire, but only to on time travel to watch those things, you know, and go back to my time.
Great. In my case, I don't know. For me, it's something like the answer of Fernando. I'm not sure. There are many possibilities. Maybe I would try to meet some scientists that I like, chemistry scientists, or maybe the beginning of tattoo, or meet some artists. I think I would meet people and not like the decade or age itself. Maybe I would meet people. Or no, I don't know. It depends on my mood. So we don't have so much time, but I want to ask you the last question. Isaac, do you prefer live in the present, plan the future, or remember the past?
Well, I rather to remember the past, but I prefer to live the present. That's most important for me. Live in the present. Yes, live in the present.
And now you are actually doing it?
Yeah,
You are actually
yeah,
living the
I'm
present
living.
right now?
Yes, every time. Live in the present. Every.
What about you, Raider?
Sorry, I lost the question. I was
Question
talking.
number 13. Do you prefer live the present, plan the future, or remember the past?
So I think I prefer live the present because remember the past is the best. We don't change. I like to plan the future, but future is every day. So for the reason, I think it should do my best today because today is my future. And you remember the past, something is good, something is bad. To me, I prefer live the present.
Carlos,
I had same opinion. I like to live the present because I don't know if tomorrow I will be alive or something like this. So I'm with my family, I try to live that moment in the maximum and do my best. Of course, sometimes we had problems and sometimes we are tired. Sometimes my daughters want to to jump above me and make some plays, and I'm tired. I don't want, but uh, every time I remember this, I'm tired, but they are more important to me than I I I can rest later, you know. So I think a lot of about this because one of my daughters already had 7 years and the youngest had 2 years. And for me, this time go so fast. And I know I had more, I don't know, 10, 15 years with my old daughter, and then she will live their life. So I try to do my best with my daughters and with my wife because I don't know if the future something can change, you know.
that's awesome. Congrats. Juliana,
I think
see you, Raider. Sorry, Juliana. Go on.
I think the 3 times important. The present for you live, the past for you think about the things you need to change for the present in the future, and the future is important for you think about what do you want to live? Of course, I prefer to live in the present, but I'm suffer for anxious, and I think too much for the future.
I understand you. Fernando.
Yeah, I totally agree with Juliana. I think that we cannot separate them. They need to go together. Like, we live the present because we are here, so we don't have other option, actually. But at the same time, we need to plan the future, because the things that we are doing now is for the future. So it's connected. And it's great that we remember the past, because to not make the same mistakes and to be better. So I think they are connected. What do you think, Bia?
Yeah, I agree with you guys, but nowadays I wish I could be living the present. Unfortunately, I'm not. As Juliana, I suffer from anxiety. I am always thinking about the future, afraid of the future, and thinking about my mistakes in the past, or thinking about a past when I were happier, or the past where when I did a lot of mistakes. I am always thinking. The head of someone anxious never stops, and that's terrible. But I am almost never thinking about the present, being honest. I just get myself thinking about the future and the past all the time. So I wish I could be living the present, but I'm not.
But maybe that's a way of living the present too. I can relate to that, because I'm a very anxious person too. And that's my way of living the present too, thinking about the things that will happen. Like, I'm planning something that I will do later.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
Maybe, but I wish I wouldn't be like that. I wish it was different.
We are not 100% in the present. I agree.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Guys, we have just 5 minutes, and I don't know if anyone here saw what I put in the chat, but if you guys are into time subject or anything like that, you can give us suggestions to what watch, to what read. So anyone have any kind of suggestions?
There is a movie which is O Preço do Amanhã. I don't know the title in English, which is a very, very bad movie. It's not a good movie at all, but the theme, the subject is great. It's amazing, the idea of the movie, that they use money, they use time as the currency, as money. So that's a great idea, but the film is not good.
Oh, I agree. I disagree with you. I like this movie, and I think it's awesome. You know, everyone stay young if they had enough time to live. You know, and the guy in the movie, I always are running because he is getting old of time, and then he break the rules and became someone rich, and after this he give time to everyone. I think it's a good move.
Yes, I love this movie too. There's a impressive story, a history behind the move, the content of the move. That's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's the movie. It was kind of cliche. I don't know. I didn't like the movie, but I love the idea.
I don't actually
stay young forever. Do you want to stay young forever?
Who doesn't? We all
I don't know.
want more.
sometimes I remember some parts of my life when I was younger, and I became so embarrassed with myself, you know.
Yeah,
I think I'm better now than in the past.
yeah. But it would be nice, like having stay young, have more time, but with the knowledge that you have now.
All right. It's a
Yeah.
good point. Stay young with the same wisdom of someone more older.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have a point. I never watched this one, and I like how Fernando persuade people to watch it. It's a terrible movie. Got it. But I will watch it. Now I'm curious to see if it
Fernando,
is good or
Fernando,
not.
So I did a good job. You're gonna watch it.
Definitely. No, I'm curious.
it's psychologist reverse, you know. Fernando can be a good salesman.
So I have some Interstellar. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Oh, I didn't see it. Awesome. It's a great movie and talks about time and about universe, and I really like it. Other one is, I have no idea how is the title in English, but it's O Predestinado. That is a strange movie, but talks about time, and it can like be embarrassing sometimes. But it's a movie. I wouldn't say if it is good or bad, but you know, it's a movie and it's about time, and that's it. And other thing, there is a TV series, but it's too long, and you guys will probably won't watch it because it's too long. And it's Doctor Who, that also talks about time, time travel, universe, aliens, and stuff like that. And there is an anime called, I forgot the name, but it's like this, Kimi no Nawa. I don't remember the name in English. Oh, It's Your Name. Also talks about time, kind of. But and Erased. It's also another anime, but it's the first one. It's a movie, and the second one it's a series, and both are awesome. Erased. It's kind of for adults. Like it treats from about sensitive. I don't remember the translation. Sensitive topics, so kids wouldn't understand what's going on. So that's it. Both, I think, we can watch on Netflix, but I'm not sure. And that's it, guys. I talked a lot. I gave many suggestions, and we don't have time. Oh, and I forgot to say, there is a link in the chat that I put, if you can see it. It's a link to the survey. You guys already know what it is. Just click there and rate this conversation to 0 to 10 or 1 to 10. And you can put there, I like this conversation because of blah, blah. I didn't like because of blah, blah. And you can give suggestions, not about movies, but about topics. Okay? And that's it, guys. It was awesome. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. And see you.